Okay, and this next video is super important. If you have ever been part of a language exchange and you've done a call on WhatsApp or on Zoom, you probably know that it's often hard to think about what are you going to talk about. And so at ShareLingo, we feel like it's just really, really important for you to know what you're going to talk about. And to do that, we provide bilingual materials for each of you to work with. And it can be about literally anything you want, right? So I want to show you how to access all of the public scenarios and the books that are already in ShareLingo, as well as create your own study materials for about any topic that you want. So as usual, I'm going to start by sharing my screen. Okay, so scenarios. Just start by clicking on the scenarios tab, and in here you're going to see public scenarios, and your books. Now, if you are on mobile, you will see that you have menu here for public scenarios and for your books you have the different books that you might have access to, but I'm going to stay in desktop mode for now. Everything works the same if you're on mobile, on your phone or on your tablet, but it's just a lot easier to see here on desktop. So one of the things I want to start with right at the beginning is that you can create your own scenario about anything. So I'm going to click on create a scenario, and I want a random topic, something that is not already a public scenario. So just looking at my desk, I have some lens cleaner for glasses, and I have some dirty glasses. So that's what I'm going to do a scenario about. Here we go. I'm going to say, let's see, cleaning your glasses. Okay. Using water, lens cleaner, or Windex. Okay, I don't know what that's going to be about. Seeing better. Oops. You got to press Shift Enter for that. So let me do that again. Using lens cleaner. Windex. Come down to a new line, Shift Enter. What did I say? Oh, prescriptions. Let's see, just seeing better in general. All right, so that's what the scenario is going to be about. Trust me, we do not already have a scenario about cleaning your glasses. So I'm going to submit that request. Notice up at the top, I have 10 scenario credits. That means I can make 10 new scenarios of my own, and you can either earn more or buy more scenarios to create other custom scenarios. I'm going to submit request, and that has been sent off to the AI to make a new scenario for me. We do use AI. Everybody uses AI right now, but we strongly believe that AI has its purposes, and it's really, really good for something like this. But there's nothing that beats human to human interaction for learning and practicing a new language and all of that. So the AI in ShareLingo Connect is used for what it's good for, not the novel stuff, right? So here in public scenarios, I don't know if you just heard that tone, but it just gave me a notification that that scenario, clear vision, clean glasses, is ready. We'll come back to that in just a second. In your public scenarios, you have hundreds and hundreds of scenarios that have already been created for you, either by us here at ShareLingo, or most of them have actually been created by some of the other users here in the community. Here's Cheryl and Nancy and David, Roger, Erica, Max. People have done scenarios and they practice them a few times. After you practice a scenario a few times with your partners, maybe clean up any differences or any things that you find you can send us a note asking us to look at that scenario. And if we make it public for the community, we give you a whole bunch of brownie points for sharing your scenario. All right. So these are all the public scenarios. You can find them. There's tons of them. Then we have your scenarios. This is the brand new one, clear vision, clean glasses. We're going to look at that in just a second. And then we have your books. Now, like I said, the books are basically, they're not there for everybody. They're there if you are part of a particular organization or part of the main ShareLingo premium accounts and that type of thing. If you are a subscriber with ShareLingo, we automatically include all 5 levels of our printed ShareLingo books here. Those are the books that you can buy on Amazon. And all the pages are here inside Connect. We have uploaded all the pages for all of the books so that you can see those. You don't have to get it off of Amazon. And you can practice these with your partner if you're in a call. Okay? All right. So back to, let's go back to scenarios. And I want to go to your scenarios and show you what happened. Clear vision, clean glasses. I have 2 modes. I can review this scenario or I can edit the scenario. If I go into edit mode, that's where you can actually change any of the text that's been created in your scenario. So this is where you would come back and if you're working with a native Spanish speaker and they tell you that, oh, I don't really say that, I say something else, you might want to come back to your scenario and update it so that you're getting what you want to get. Go back and go into review mode. If I look at this, I want to show you how impressive this is. So this was a very, very random idea, cleaning your glasses. So let's see what it did. Well, let's start with the beginner mode. It creates basically about 20 sentences for each level: beginner, basic, intermediate, and advanced. We're just going to have a quick look at that. So beginner level, I have glasses. Yo tengo lentes. My glasses are dirty. Mis lentes están sucios. Okay. I clean. The water is clean. I also use a cloth. The cloth is soft. Okay. So you're kind of getting an idea what it's like. The spray is for glasses. I am happy. Yo estoy feliz. Okay. Let's look at basic level. Step up 1 notch. So my glasses often get smudged during the day. Actually, I don't know the name for, I don't know how to say smudged. Okay, mis lentes a menudo se ensucian, ensucian durante el día. Se ensucian. They get themselves dirty. Okay. Yesterday I used a lens cleaner to make them shine. Ayer usé un limpiador de lentes para hacerlos brillar. Okay, it's good. It's useful. Let's look at intermediate. I've always made sure to use proper lens cleaner, as soap and water can sometimes leave streaks. Look at these sentences. It made this in like 20 seconds. That method, however, often left more smudges than it removed. Well, before I started using lens cleaner, I used to just breathe on them and wipe them with my shirt. Solía solo echarles bajo y limpiarlos con mi camisa. Okay, so you can see that you can actually learn a lot about whatever it is that you type in to make a new scenario. All right, lastly, I want to show you advanced. Advanced is longer. Many people are tempted to use household cleaners like Windex, but this is a mistake that can have long-term repercussions for your expensive eyewear. Do you know how to say that in Spanish? Well, it's right here. Okay, so what this all means is that this is a major benefit. I mean, this is worth the price of admission. I don't know if you're a subscriber or not yet, but I would pay the cost of ShareLingo Connect just to be able to put into AI any topic I wanted to and get 80 sentences, bilingual sentences, beginner, basic, intermediate, and advanced. And it thinks through them. It has these sentences have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So it starts with an opening. It's a common struggle for anyone who wears glasses. Then it says harsh chemicals, products are simply not designed. And it finished, seeing better in general profoundly impacts everything from driving safety to enjoying a good book. So why compromise on clarity? I'm just super impressed with what Gemini, in our case, we use Gemini for this, what Gemini can do out of the box for this. Okay. So there you go. That's what scenarios are all about. Of course, when you look at the other uh, tutorial video about in a call, we go through the steps of the ShareLingo method, and we tell you how to use these scenarios inside your calls so you get the absolute most out of your practice time with your partner. All right, that's it for this video. Until the next one, I am James, and ciao for now.